Welcome to Rick and Khaled's podcast, Volume 2.
For you threw me off on that one.
For people that don't know, that's 2 in Spanish. All right. And we got an awesome show today.
Yes.
All right. First one got 9,000 views.
That's how we do it, yo.
It's crazy.
Hold on. Sound machine?
Sound machine right now, please.
9,000. That's that's more than I even thought that we would get. I thought we would just get like, well, no, actually, I knew we would get a lot.
Let's shoot for 10K for this one. All right. That sound machine, Rick. What other sounds does it come with?
It's got the Krusty Clown laugh.
Go. This is awesome. Okay, keep it. What other sounds does it have?
It's got it's got anything you want. So I can do. You smell what the rock is cooking,
dude. We do not need a sound machine. We just need
right?
Rick.
Just need Rick. Just need Rick in the house. It's got the radio voice. It's got the sexy velvety voice.
Your voice is awesome, sir.
Your voice is awesomer.
Thank you. All right, high five.
Let's do this.
Okay, today's show for Brampton and Mississauga.
That's the new name of Mississauga, guys.
Need another sip of coffee.
Mississauga is going to be the new Grand Mississauga City, but it's going to be called Mississauga.
Did you know that the golf and country club, the Mississauga Golf and Country Club, Mississauga is actually spelled incorrectly?
In Mississauga Golf and why?
It just is.
Who messed that one up?
I think somebody messed it up like 150 years ago, and they just forgot to fix it. They just screw it. We're just gonna leave it. It's like Mississauga.
Mississauga?
Yeah. So,
okay.
Anyways, it's
not Mississauga.
Something that I know. So much useless Mississauga information in my head.
Well, I mean, you're born and raised in Mississauga, right? Are you born and raised in Mississauga?
No, I was born in Montreal. Came here when I was 8.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, pretty much your whole life.
So I'm just going to read out the topics that we're going to be talking about, so the people at home can be like, what are they talking about today?
What are these bald guys, these bald and beautiful guys talking about?
True.
The bald and beautiful.
All right. Today's topics for Brampton, Mississauga, LRT in Brampton, Mississauga, and crazy Mississauga expansion. We're going to talk about the 42 new condos that are going into the city center area around Square One over the next 10 years.
That's crazy. You know, when I drive from Brampton to Mississauga, it just, I see Toronto on the left, and then I see Mississauga on the right. And like, it's beautiful how it's just all these high rises are being built because it's creating a skyline. And it's creating a skyline, and it looks amazing, but it's just like, all right, now we need like that next CN Tower. When are they going to build that? That'd be amazing, right?
It would. Well, we have Marilyn Monroe. You can't go up. You can't go up it.
There was a fire there the other day, apparently.
There was. Yeah,
that was crazy.
Saga broke the story.
That's where I read it.
Yeah.
I was on on WhatsApp WhatsApp, Instagram, going through my stories, and I always swipe up with the Saga stories come up.
Thank you very much, sir.
And that's how I found out that there was a fire.
Nice.
See, I watch.
Thank you very much. All right. So, and there's a new like exchange district happening with the new 72-story building, the M City where there's like, I think 2 60-story and 1 80-story building. Anyways,
wow.
We're going to talk about that. Okay. And the hot pop topics, we're going to talk about the federal election that's coming on October 21st.
Dun, dun, dun.
Avengers Endgame.
Have you seen it yet?
I have not, and I'll tell you why later. And what festival and events we have to look forward to this summer.
Yeah.
Okay? So, but one thing that's going to happen over the next month is there's not going to be a Rick and Khaled podcast because we are both going away for the next month.
Yes, we are. We're in different parts of the world.
Rick, you have a couple of projects in London, England.
I do.
And that's where you're going. Tell us about that, sir, please.
I am going to London, UK next week. Be flying out on Sunday. We are starting our second residency for the Secret Samosa Club. That's our company out in London. It's going to be on for 3 months, which is going to be amazing. So I'm going down there to train my chefs, my team, on how to make some good eats the same way we make here, but in London. So I was there about a month and a half ago. We did a 2-week residency there. It was amazing. Let me tell you, Khaled, being there in one of the hottest cities when it comes to food, and being not sold out, but being booked every single day, and people driving 4 or 5 hours just to try our food. It was such an amazing experience. So we're like, you know what? We have to build off of that. We have to literally take what we did there and take it elsewhere. So we're not going too far from Borough. We're going to be in Shoreditch.
Okay. Shoreditch is a city?
It's like a little city, little town. They've got like Borough, Shoreditch, kind of like Brampton, Mississauga, I guess.
Yeah.
And then, we'll be having our residency there. for 3 months. Our chef Harry is going to
Wait, you're going down for 3 months?
No. I'm only going there for 10 days.
Okay.
I'll be back in June. I'll be back there in June, but I'm just going to train my staff there in May.
Okay.
And then I'll go back in June, see how everything is. And then maybe again in July or August. So
Secret Samosa Club. Where'd you get that name? That's a cool name.
Yeah. So we started off with Rick's Good Eats in London.
Okay.
And then everyone's like, well, where's Rick? Or who's Rick? And then we did RGLDN. They're like, London? Like, what's that? And then like, okay, guys, like we got to do something that's simple, that's easy. And then we decided so when we were doing our pop-ups there, our business partners would get these little stickers with little samosa. And we came up with this thing called Secret Samosa Club. So it was kind of like, come find us. So stickers would be all over the city and be like, follow this if you want to try some gourmet samosas.
Nice.
Right. And so we kind of stuck with that name. And then when we want to do a rebranding of everything, we changed it to Secret Samosa Club. And then we have secret samosas that we do. So one of them, which I can tell you today, which we're developing, I can.
Okay.
It is going to be the bangers and mash samosa. And
nice.
So
please explain.
It's a take. Have you heard of bangers and mash?
No.
Okay, so it's a popular dish in UK. It's got sausages, mashed potatoes, caramelized onions with a gravy, and that's it.
Wow.
And we're going to take that, we're going to put it into a samosa. So we're developing it at the moment, and then we're going to go to London, finalize the menu, and then make that samosa. So that'll be the secret to the Samosa Club.
Brick and mortar, is that coming in London
soon? And that's why we're doing our pop-up shops now.
That's cool, man.
That's how we started here. We started doing pop-up shops in Peel, and that's how we have a brick and mortar now. That's exactly what we're trying to do there. We've kind of created that model that we can kind of pick up and go anywhere now, and so we're trying London, UK, and then who knows, we'll go
Tokyo.
Great segue.
Yes.
What are you doing in Tokyo?
I am going. I'm lucky enough, knock on wood, grateful. I'm lucky enough to be the Canadian spokesperson for Tokyo Tourism.
Amazing.
Right?
Yeah.
And it was kind of how it happened is kind of, it's because of INSOG and what I do. And, I started emceeing and stuff like that at Celebration Square. And a Japanese festival came about in 2016. Yeah. Right? And I remember his name is Terry Wakasa, and he asked me to be the MC, right? And I'm like 100%, right?
Yeah.
My mom has no idea what a media company is.
Yeah.
Like she's like, what do you do again? It's like, how much money do you make?
That's
right? And I'm like, Mom, I run a media company. Is it on paper? Right? And I'm like, no, it's like digital. What's digital?
Yeah.
And I'm like, Mom, I'm doing okay, right?
Yeah.
And then so she's proud of me, but she doesn't know what she's proud of me about, right? So when Terry invited me to become the MC at the Japanese festival, we didn't know how it was going to go. First year festivals, you just never know, right? Yeah. So we're sitting, it was just a Sunday too, just a one-day festival. And that doesn't happen at Celebration Square usually. It's usually a weekend. And Terry's like all like, kind of worried. He's like, how many people are going to come? And I can tell by how many people read the articles on INSOG about how many people will come. Yeah. Right. And if it rains, you're just screwed. Like, sorry, if you're an outdoor event, if it rains, you're screwed. Yeah. Like, there's no, I don't care. You can be Coachella. And if it rains, well, actually,
nobody wants to.
Yeah.
Well, Coachella.
Yeah. Coachella. Okay.
Everyone's on drugs.
Okay.
Yeah. Don't care.
So, but anyways, long story short, we're on stage and it opens at noon. At 11, Terry's like, what do you think? And I'm like, we kind of estimated maybe 20,000 people. Yeah. Right. But literally we were on stage at 11, doesn't open until 12. And it was just a sea of people.
No way.
Right.
That's awesome.
And luckily my mom saw me as an MC, and it's a great time. And my mom's like, finally calls me up. She goes, Khaled, I'm proud of you now.
Good job.
Right? It's like, because it's like, it's easy to see that, like emceeing. Yeah, she knows what that is, right? She doesn't know I run the biggest media organization in Mississauga, Brampton. Yeah. She doesn't, she just doesn't understand it. Yeah. But long story short, there's other prefectures there, Tokyo Tourism, and in Japan they call them prefectures, right? Like instead of, I guess, provinces. Yeah. And they all wanted to work with me, right? So Tokyo Tourism's like, who's that guy up on stage, right? And we want to work with him. And long story short, we started working together, and I said, I do top 5s in Tokyo. So I'm going down to Tokyo May 15th to shoot season 2 of my Top 5s in Tokyo
Yes,
series. So I'm
yeah.
going to 4 neighborhoods in Japan, kind of off the beaten path because they don't need any more people at the popular places, right? And I'm going to be trying the 5 most popular dishes in each 4 neighborhoods.
That's amazing.
I mean, I'm the luckiest dude in the world. Knock on wood.
That's a dream come true for me, man. That's huge. That's like, you know, you're going there, you're trying all this amazing food, you're meeting all these amazing people, and you're trying like the best of the best.
Yes. Yeah. It's not like super expensive food. Like I'm not trying like, you know, kind of like.
But the best food doesn't have to be expensive.
Yeah,
it's like that street food kind of vibe.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's what it is, right? Yeah. So I'm going to like, you know, a curry district.
Nice.
All it is curry dishes, right? I'm going into the mountains and trying live food that is not dead yet. Like kind of like it dies in my mouth. I don't know.
Okay.
Like, I don't know. I don't know. Yeah, I'll find out. Going to like, you know, Ginza, which is like, you know, a high-end, like kind of Yorkdale type place, right?
Okay.
So I'm so looking forward to it. So
that's amazing.
I'm going there May 15th. So you're going to London.
Yes, 5th to the 15th, and then you leave 15th to
So
whatever.
We're gonna stop podcast for at least a month.
At least a month. Yeah.
Yeah, because you're gone for the first half and I'm gone for the second half, but we're coming back. All right.
Yeah. I got a question for you.
Go ahead.
Since you're gonna be in Tokyo,
yes,
and you're trying all this amazing food. Now, you know, sometimes when you eat street food, you never know what's gonna happen. It might not adjust in your stomach properly or something. Do you prepare yourself for that? Do you take something?
No. So one thing about Japan, they don't have many street food vendors. What I think they did like a couple of decades ago is they put all the street vendors and they told them that they have to get shops.
Okay.
So all these smaller izakaya restaurants, which is like, you know, kind of a small bar food dishes, are all in kind of like these closets, like inside them.
Okay.
Right. So they're not quote unquote street food, and they'll have a washroom and running water and stuff like that. So very rarely would you see actual street vendors in Tokyo.
Okay.
Right. So that's how it works down there.
Okay. Nice. Have you ever gotten sick from eating at any of these places?
No. Japan's food's
they're very
it's
meticulous about what they put out there. I know it's like very clean, very.
It's farm to table.
Yeah,
it's farm to table or like fishing boat to table. Like it's because it's an island.
Yeah, the
food has to be fresh because where are they going to get it from?
That's true,
right? If anybody, you know, if I could tell anybody, if you love food, you have to go to Japan, and it's not for Japanese food either. They've mastered the art of Italian food, Indian food, because they're just so. You know, they want to master everything.
All right, pop-up shop in Tokyo, bro.
Do it, man. 36 million people,
Jeez.
Okay, in one city. So that means you could have like literally 50 restaurants in one city.
That's great.
That's like Canada.
Yeah.
Anyways.
All
right. Go to Tokyo. Go to England.
Yes. We'll see you in a month, guys.
Cool. Next topic. Okay, the hot topics in Brampton and Mississauga.
Mm-hmm.
All right, sir. I'm going to throw this at you first.
Yes.
LRT in Brampton, Mississauga. Thoughts? What do you think of the LRT?
So, excuse me.
You're excused.
Yeah, thank you. When they first proposed it in Brampton and the city didn't accept it, or for whatever reason, there's a lot of politics involved, we were disappointed. I thought it'd be great for the city. I think any means of transportation that's going to make it easy and convenient for people to move around is great. Because it's great for businesses around the area. It's great for tourism. And overall, it creates more jobs, more housing. It's a great thing.
Yeah.
And now that they're doing the LRT from, I think it's Mississauga South, like Lakeshore, I think, all the way down to Brampton.
Yeah, they are to Shoppers Road.
Huge.
Yeah.
Except, hopefully, they can put it in a place where it's not going to jam up traffic. Because traffic is already getting so bad in the city that, driving just on the 410 on its own is a mess. They should have just done it in the middle of 410.
Yeah, they should have done a lot of things. Okay, it's like
just think about that right now.
Transportation is not the strong point in Canada or the government on any level, right?
No.
So, they nixed the idea from Main and Queen and Brampton to Shoppers Road. That's what they nixed. Like that's what they said. We don't want it because it's a bunch of rich people in that area and they have powerful friends and they just kind of said, hey.
They pressed the button.
Yeah, they went. I don't do it as good. See? Yeah. Okay. Thank you. So, but yeah, I don't. See. Here's the thing. I think everybody's drinking the Kool-Aid.
Okay.
Do you know what I mean by that?
No.
Okay.
Explain.
I don't think it's the best idea. Like, the reason why politicians get vilified if they're like, I don't like the LRT idea, is because we're getting funding from the province.
Right.
We're getting funding from the feds.
Yeah.
And if you say that it's a bad idea, you're not getting any money
That's
from
right.
like you look like an idiot,
Yeah.
right? They're like, why are you saying no to free money?
Yeah.
Right? So, I look at it, it should be going east to west. Straight out. Because that's where people go. Right? Maybe they're looking into the future, 50 years or whatever, that, where people might be traveling more north to south, but I think they should be putting it east to west.
Agree and disagree. I mean,
Okay.
yes. So if I were to take the LRT from Brampton, say, and then go down to or to the train station on, where is it, on Kipling? The subway that goes to downtown? East-west?
Kipling, Islington.
Would I be able to, is there a stop where I can get into Kipling and Islington, or is that kind of far off? Because the reason I say that now, let's just say if I want to go downtown,
Yeah.
and I've got no car, I can take the LRT and then jump on the train to go to Toronto.
The GO train.
The GO train, or even the regular, what's the regular train that they have in Toronto? What's the Union, the one that goes to Union Station?
Oh, the UPX? Are you talking the
no,
one that...
just the regular train.
We got no regular train, buddy.
No, the one
There's a GO train, and then what regular train are you talking
regular train
about?
that runs to Toronto.
There's no regular train from Mississauga that runs to Toronto?
No, not Mississauga.
Okay.
Within Toronto, but starts off at Eglinton and Kipling, or Kipling area.
Sorry, dude. You lost me at, like, train.
Okay, so
Sorry, man.
you know the actual train.
I know every politician's listening to this going, what the...
The actual train system that they have in Toronto, right?
Yeah, GO train.
No, not GO train, not the green train.
The TTC?
No, not TTC. They actually have a train system in Toronto.
Dude, I have no idea what this train station is.
Really?
Yeah.
The one that
Dylan's looking at us too going, he doesn't know either.
you don't know either?
Are you making stuff up now?
Okay, it's not the GO station. It's not the GO train.
Yeah.
It's not your Via Rail. It's not. It's.
So let's
I can
order
take
by elimination,
Yes.
okay? It's not the Via Rail.
It's not the Via Rail.
It's not the
because
GO
Via
sta-
goes all over Canada.
Okay, it's not GO.
No.
It's not the UPX.
What's the UPX? The one that goes from airport.
Yeah,
No.
to the airport.
No.
Then I have no idea.
Dude, it's like a regular train station from like New York and London. Same train station they have here, which goes to Union, which goes to wherever else you want to go.
Okay. What's the point of this? What is the point?
Oh man, this is
What is
gonna
the
be
point?
fun.
What is the point
So
of
the point of this is,
Yeah.
if I can take the LRT to the train station at Kipling, which you know where Apache Burger is.
Yeah, I know where Apache
So
Burger
there's a
is.
train station right across from there.
That's a subway station.
There's Subway.
There's a subway station.
Yeah, so
Oh, you meant Subway.
same shit.
Oh my god, no.
Subway train.
No, it's totally different, dude. So wait, you meant Subway?
Yeah.
Okay, so
Subway.
that's a lot easier to understand. Subway, yeah.
Okay. So what's the difference? Okay. Anyways.
Literally
the
10 minutes
Subway-
later.
The subway station.
Got it.
Right?
Subway.
Yes. Subway train. Kind of the same thing, no?
No, it's like 0% on that one.
Okay, fine.
Okay.
Fine.
Okay.
I'll look this up later.
Yeah.
But you know what I mean. So you can take the LRT to the subway station and then go east-west from there.
No, you can't take the LRT to the subway
So I
station.
don't know where the LRT is going to be exactly.
Oh,
So
okay,
I don't-
sure, okay.
But
So-
there should be a connection towards it.
100%, and that's what I'm saying.
That's- yeah.
So the LRT, okay, this is like going to be an hour segment on its own.
Yes.
Is going from Shoppers World in
Yes.
Brampton down Highway 10.
Yeah.
It was supposed to loop around Square One.
Right.
But Doug Ford said, I'm a savage. I'm going to stop it.
Okay.
Right. Going all the way down to Port Credits. Go.
Okay, so just going down kind of Highway 10 all
Yes.
the way down. Okay,
Yeah.
that's stupid.
Okay. All right.
They should have that connection to the subway station.
100%.
And that way they can go east and west or whatever
Yes.
maybe, or at least towards Toronto.
But because I watch, people are gonna say because I said that's not a good idea. All these politicians are gonna be like, Khaled, he doesn't want free money. He's not thinking the future.
Well, it's not about free money. It's about convenience for the people, right? Yeah, fine. The government can drop trillions of dollars, but if it's not convenient, then what's the point?
It is. Here's the
It's
thing.
convenient and it isn't. But you make a valid point that it should be going. There should be some sort of connection towards the east and west.
East west.
Yeah.
Monorail.
Yeah.
I've said it a
Yeah.
million times. I'm not joking when I say monorail.
Yeah.
It doesn't hit the ground. It's it's if you an LRT construction that's supposed to be done by 2022.
Yeah.
I can almost 100% it's not going to be done by 2022.
No.
And you're pretty much digging into the busiest street Mississauga's ever seen.
Oh, yeah.
Right? So you're taking probably 3 lanes away for construction.
Yeah.
Right? So can you imagine once it's built, let's just say it takes 2.5 lanes away.
Yeah.
Right?
Oh,
do you know how much worse traffic's going to be?
Oh, it's going to be horrible.
And do you think anybody that's driving is going to say, hey, I want to try the LRT.
Yeah,
I'm going to park my car and take the LRT.
No.
Nobody's going to ever do that.
No.
So it's like you're literally taking the people that already take the bus.
Yeah.
And then you're putting it on the LRT.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Yeah,
so,
that's another topic on its own. I you know what? If it's the monorail is a great system. I thought, when I was a kid, I was like, they should have a double-decker highway because, instead of making wider lanes, just do a double-decker and people can get to their place A to B much quicker.
Exactly.
Right? The monorail's great.
LRT is pretty much a modern-day streetcar,
yeah.
And streetcars are stupid.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
Cool.
Trains versus subway station.
Subways, okay? It's like there's no such, you can't, it's like when you go to New York, you don't go, hey, where's the train station?
Right.
They'll be like, Amway? Or what is it, Amtrak or whatever? Anyways. Okay, next topic. Crazy Mississauga city expansion.
Crazy.
Okay? Over the next 10 years, Mississauga is expected to have 42 new high-rises in the city center area. These are proposed. These are not approved.
Yeah.
Just so the city knows. Okay. Thoughts? I mean, there's crazy expansion going on. There's the M City, 260-story buildings. There's an 80-story, I think, M City, which is, I believe, to be the tallest building in Canada, residential building in Canada, if it gets built.
Mm-hmm.
And then this new exchange district, which is happening directly in front of the Hudson's Bay at Square One.
Yeah.
72 stories. What do you think?
I think expansion way too quick, way too fast is never a good idea.
True.
And I say this because I'm in the restaurant industry and I have the opportunity to expand very fast and very quickly, but I choose not to because it literally, so an example as a restaurant owner, if I were to expand my restaurant, just in the next 3 years, open up 30 restaurants. I know my quality will go down. I know my customer service will go down. And that's not good as a brand. Now, Mississauga is a brand. Any city is a brand.
Yep.
And if you're expanding way too quickly and you're putting up a bunch of high rises and a bunch of malls and this and that, LRT and this and that, you have to have systems in place for all of this. You have to have parking. You have to have police force. You have to have just everything in place. So if it's going to be that quick, 40, 50 high rises in the matter of 10 years,
yeah.
Take it easy.
Yeah.
Just put a hold on that.
I'm going to have to agree with you because one thing you don't want is, the Park Lawn area?
Yeah.
It's in Toronto.
Yeah.
They have all these massive condos now.
Yeah.
But there's nothing else around.
That's it.
Right? There's a lake.
Yeah.
Right? There's no GO train stop.
Yeah.
There's no streetcar stop. It's literally there's a metro there.
Yeah.
Right? But outside of that, you have nothing. Right?
And
So people are stuck. Can you imagine at 8 a.m.? Okay. So everybody leaving at 8 a.m.
Yeah.
Right? So imagine all these 42 buildings come. Right? The LRT's been nixed around Square One.
Yeah.
Right, so there's no place that you can walk to. I believe the closest LRT station would be Rathburn. So it'd be Rathburn and Highway 10.
Okay.
So anybody in M City, that's a long walk. That's about 10, I say maybe 10, 20-minute walk.
Yeah.
Right? So you need some kind of transportation system to get everybody out because if you have 42 buildings and all the buildings there, all trying to leave at 8 a.m. into a system that's not used to all these cars getting out.
Yeah.
Right? You're literally going to have the biggest traffic jam ever.
Time.
So you have to think of a transportation infrastructure for that.
Yeah, I mean, who wants people going north and south all day long on the LRT?
Yeah. Well, but it's so it's even the Marilyn Monroe building, right? Yeah. That place is getting congested, right?
Yeah.
So it's here's the Marilyn Monroe building and they're emptying out to Burnhamthorpe and Highway 10, right? Which are the busiest streets. So can you imagine M City?
Yeah.
Right? They're going to have the 60-story, 60-story, 80-story, and the Exchange 72-story. I'm you need some kind of transportation plan infrastructure in place for this to work.
You're right.
It's and the other cool thing too is and maybe not talking more fun stuff. There has to be stuff to do.
Yeah.
Right. You know, Square One is doing a great job in getting the food district out and, you know, kind of, you know, the rec room and like, you know, but the thing is outside of the rec room and the food district, right? What happens when Square One closes?
Yeah.
Right. It's like, okay, yeah, you could walk to the food district rec room, you know, I think they're open past mall hours. Right. But, you know, what are you going to do afterwards? You got literally about 150 to 200,000 people.
Yep. Trying to go somewhere.
Yeah.
And like, you know, downtown, you can go to different areas within downtown.
Yeah.
Over here in Mississauga, where are you going to go to? Lakeshore to Port Credit?
It's like we're at Canyon Creek and then walk another kilometer to the next bar to Felche's and walk another kilometer to beer markets.
To get a coffee. And then, you know, there's not, you can't, and especially in wintertime, you can't walk on, it's going to be too cold. Yeah. Nobody wants to leave. Nobody wants to walk. And
there has to be a party infrastructure.
Let's start a party planning committee.
But you think the city would think of this? Yeah, it's like 42 stories, and you know, as much as it's like the food district rec room, great.
You know what might come back?
What?
Abyss nightclub, man. Do you remember that?
Do you know how to beatbox?
Not kind of. I do my own stuff. Like
okay.
And then I just I'll throw in beats, and I'll do stuff with my hands, like just. I like to do like stuff like that.
I know how to do boots and cats.
Okay, let's hear it.
It's just boots and cats and boots and cats and boots and cats and boots and cats and boots. Where did this topic go?
I don't know, but that's the best part about it. Party planning committee.
Party planning committee. City of Mississauga should come up with one. A system to get people to walk around in the city of Mississauga before these 40 buildings are built.
Yes.
All right.
I agree.
Okay.
It's gonna be a clusterfuck.
Clusterfuck. And if swearing, you know, kind of bothers you, do not watch this podcast. We don't swear all that much.
No, we don't.
But I mean, at the end of the day, this is there's a warning. It's real life language.
That's real, yeah. And you know, we apologize if we swear, but that's
the way people talk.
That's just the way we fucking talk.
Yeah. I didn't say the F word though. He did. Okay. All right. You have a topic. You have a Brampton topic.
I do. But before I hit that Brampton topic, I just got to check my mustache because I feel like today when I was driving, this one's split in two. So there's two. It's like Wolverine coming out of my mustache.
Dude, your mustache is pretty. It looks good all the time. How long does it take you to get that mustache the way it is?
On a good day, about 5 minutes. On a bad day, 15 sometimes.
15 minutes?
Yeah.
So you're like in front of the mirror like this for 15 minutes?
Oh, yeah, because the beard, the mustache, it has to be set. If it isn't,
that's the first thing I noticed about you when we first met.
Yeah.
Is the mustache.
The mustache?
You have a good mustache.
Thank
you have like, it's on par with like, you know, kind of like the top mustaches probably of all time.
You should do top 5 mustache
people.
Yes. In Mississauga.
Yeah. Which I'm assuming would all be dudes.
I think, yeah. Well, I hope so.
Yeah. So,
I mean, unless
you know who else has a good mustache? We'll probably have on the show Massimo.
Yes.
Massimo has a pretty
killer mustache.
Yeah. It's like every time I talk to people, I'm like, do you know Massimo Capra? I'm like, and then I go,
yeah.
Right? And they're like, oh, Massimo.
Yeah.
Right.
You know, it's very hard to maintain, but also very hard to eat with.
Yeah, I can
because
imagine.
Like, just imagine you're having a burger and you're putting that burger in your mouth. It's gonna hit your mustache. You can get sauce all over your mustache. So this is an art of eating with a beard and a mustache.
Very interesting.
Yeah, it's
probably one of those things that you could probably see everything that you ate throughout the day.
Oh, it's a great midnight snack. I mean, if I eat pizza at lunchtime and I'm just like, and then I'm like, oh, pizza crust. This is delicious.
Domino's.
Tomato sauce. Samosa.
It looks good, brother. It looks good.
All right. So a topic that I was thinking about with Brampton was they were talking about some mega mall in Brampton.
Yeah.
It was going to be this massive mall and like it was going to have like towers and hotels and residential and a theme park and a swimming pool and a wave pool and all this amazing stuff in Brampton, but I haven't heard about it in like...
Because it ain't gonna happen.
And this is where the bird starts chirping.
Is there sound?
Let me try one.
Is there a cricket sound? What's that? Cricket. So yeah, we've written about it on In Brampton a couple of times.
Yeah.
And it's one of those projects that's kind of like a kind of a dream project. Kind of throw it out there to see what the people think, right?
That was a nightmare.
Yeah,
right?
so
Because I haven't heard of it.
It
Someone was dreaming about it.
Last time we've heard, I think it was like 2018 or something like that.
Okay.
We wrote an article, put some pictures out. They actually created pictures and like drawings and stuff like that. But so here's the thing: is Brampton really need this mall that's like massive? Like, does it need another? You have BCC,
which is getting busier
and
by the day.
Great renovation. They've done a great job and stuff like that. And the place is nice. Like the new area looks gorgeous. Do they need another mall?
You got Trinity, which is getting busier and busier.
Yeah.
I think if they opened it where they were proposing, I don't think it would do too well. Maybe because, it'll attract people from Georgetown and, the West End of Oakville and Milton and all that. But I mean, they've got their own malls, and it kind of felt like it was in Booneyville. But that place is up and coming. Like, there's a lot of residential buildings that are being built out there, but you don't need a mall. I don't think you need, and especially with online shopping.
Yes, and that's what I was going to say. It's like with online shopping and stuff like that, these malls have been around for a while. You know, they have their regulars and stuff like that, and I think they're pretty safe.
The mall walkers.
The mall walkers. They do. Like, but the thing is, you imagine like spending $1 billion. I think I read it was $920 million or something.
Money.
Like just shy of $1 billion to build this.
No.
Do you want to take that risk and then all of a sudden have like no shoppers and be that, like the those
shoppers rolled.
Yeah, it's like like these Chinese malls in like China where they built these like big massive malls and not one person came.
Yeah.
Right? You don't want to be that.
No, you
right?
don't. No. I don't. So, I hope they don't open it.
Yeah, I don't think they will.
I hope they open up a Costco there. That'd be great.
That would be good. Is that a good area for a Costco?
Well, just anywhere near me because I'm north, in that area.
Okay.
So I think they're opening up a Costco up north, Brampton, northeast, which would be great.
Nice. So, one funny story. So because I know so much useless information about Mississauga.
Right.
Back in the 80s, they were actually supposed to build the biggest mall in Canada in Mississauga.
Yeah.
Right. It was called Fantasy Fair or Fantasy Island.
Okay.
Same guys that built the West Edmonton Mall.
Yeah.
Right. And they proposed it. Right. We got all the information. Insauga got all the information. It was crazy. I love reading this kind of stuff because it's like stuff that could have changed the history of Mississauga, right? If it got built. But back then, everybody kind of opposed it. Like all the, if you're, opening up a mall, there's certain people that are opposed to it, certain people that are, that want to make it happen, right? But and it unfortunately did not happen. But if it did happen, it would have been the same size as West Edmonton Mall.
And that's a big mall.
It's massive.
Yeah, I've never been, but I've heard.
It is literally, I think, 4 times the size of Square One.
Jeez.
Right? So anyways, it didn't happen. But it was, part of Mississauga's history that it could have happened.
The mall walkers at West Edmonton Mall must be in shape.
Oh, dude. They're crazy in shape. They all got six-packs. All right. Let's move on to the Hot Pop Topics.
Hot Up topics. Sorry, I had to do that.
Now let's move on to the hot pop topics. Okay. Topic A on my sheet is the federal election in Canada happening October 21st this year.
Wow.
Okay.
Just around the corner.
I know you've met the man. Like,
yes.
Is your profile picture, your WhatsApp picture?
Yeah.
It's you and the Trudes.
That's it, man.
Can I call them the Trudes?
The Trudes. Call them whatever you want.
Does anybody call them the Trudes? Anyways.
Now they do.
Yeah. Justin Trudeau came to your restaurant and ate what?
The Punjabi cheeseburger.
Okay.
The butter chicken and rice and the masala fries. And the Punjabi cheeseburger, he had the tandoori bacon on there as well.
Interesting.
Yeah, he's got an appetite, man. He's a really friendly guy, I know politicians never have, they're always going to be there's going to be just a bunch of shit that's going to be talked about them. It's all good. Whatever happens. But, the man himself, really nice guy, really humble, came in.
He's tall, eh?
He's very tall.
Yeah.
He's pretty built, tall.
Yeah.
Guy goes for a jog every single day.
Nice.
He came by the restaurant, said hi to everyone, met the whole staff, met everyone that was in the restaurant.
So, and just want to stop you. I know the story too because you told me, but the staff didn't know he was coming, right?
No.
So tell us about that. Like, how crazy is that? Like, you're working at the back, and all of a sudden somebody walks back. It's like, it's fucking Trudeau.
Yeah.
Like,
so what happened was, the day before, we got a call from Minister Navdeep Bain's office. His office is right upstairs of our restaurant.
Yeah.
And so they said, we because I've been asking my political friends, I'm like, you should bring the Prime Minister by.
Yeah. The Trudes.
The Trudes should come by. And they're like, yeah, we'll try to make it happen. We finally made it happen after 2 years of me asking and harassing these guys. And they're like, all right, well, he's coming by for a meeting. He wants to come by for lunch. Perfect. But you can't tell anyone. Okay. So I can't tell anyone. So staff, make sure the restaurant's clean tomorrow. But why? Well, it's always clean, but make sure it's extra special and very spick and span. But why? Because we've got a film crew coming in tomorrow. Okay. So the next day comes by and we got Secret Service all over the building.
You know what you should have done? Said Mississauga's coming by.
I did say that. I said the video crew from Mississauga.
But you didn't tell me. You did your job.
I did my job.
Okay.
So I wasn't allowed to tell anyone apparently, right? And I just told my mom, my family, right?
Yeah.
And so Secret Service was literally calling me. They called me the night before. They called me the morning of, and they said, "Okay, this is what's going on." And we had Secret Service the day before, scoping out the scene. Then they came the morning of, and they were just black trucks everywhere, and people were kind of suspicious of what's going on.
I think it's RCMP here.
RCMP, Secret Service, RCMP.
Trains.
Train.
Keep going.
It sounds better when you say Secret Service, all right?
Okay.
And so,
or CSIS, one of the two.
Well, yeah, they had both.
Yeah,
they had CSIS and RCMP.
Okay.
So RCMP follows him.
Yeah,
CSIS is he's got two teams.
Okay.
And so half an hour before he was arriving, I pulled my whole team and I said, guys, and I got emotional at this point.
Yeah.
And I said, we have a special guest that's coming in. They're like, yeah, camera crew's coming. I'm like, yeah. But, the Prime Minister of Canada's coming in for lunch. And they just lost their shit. They were just like, what? You're kidding me? You should have told me earlier, this and that. I was like, I couldn't tell anyone, but let's have a good time. Let's make sure customers get their food on time. When he comes in, act cool. And I'll make sure that you guys get a picture with him as well. So he came in, we chatted, told him the history of Rick's Good Eats. We went around, said hi to the staff, took pictures with them, went to the kitchen.
Legit good guy?
Legit good guy. I've met him a few times before.
Okay. Sorry.
Not as Prime Minister.
Okay.
Not as Prime Minister.
I haven't met him once.
We'll bring him on the podcast.
Okay, yeah.
Yeah, before elections.
Let's do it.
And then, but it was good. It was a good time, and it was a Canadian dream come true. It was. I had to say, it's you go to the States, it's the American dream, right?
Yeah.
This was the Canadian dream,
That's
to
amazing.
have a prime minister, regardless of who he is and what he's doing and what he does, to have a prime minister come to your restaurant and try your food and recognize you and just be such a nice and humble guy. It was a great experience. So
nice.
yeah, we
congrats, sir.
Thank you.
This guy's and Trudeau. If you're going to meet any prime minister, from a marketing standpoint, okay. Trudeau's a rock star.
Yeah,
and it's like I go to Japan and stuff like that. They know two things. They know Nickelback and Trudeau.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Okay. They're like, have you met Trudeau? I'm like, no. It's like because they all every girl loves him off in Japan. Just like Trudeau, he's so cute.
Yeah.
Like that's the only thing they care
That's
about.
all they care about.
But yeah, that's amazing. So
elections.
Yeah, let's talk serious.
Let's talk serious.
Elections. So there's Scheer.
Yeah, Shay.
There's Scheer, Jagmeet, and Trudeau. Who are you voting for, Rick?
Well, I don't know if I don't know yet.
Okay.
I don't know yet. And here's the reason why.
Please tell me.
I vote for a few reasons. One for community, one for, climate change, one for what he's doing for families or what they're doing for families, and one for my business.
Okay.
I have to, now that I have a business and I'm paying a shit ton of tax to the government, I want to know where that money's going, and I want to know what I'm getting back in return, because it's a lot of money that goes out. And I didn't realize that until I started operating a restaurant.
Yeah.
And every month that check goes out to the government.
I know.
And I'm just like, bye-bye. And I got nothing left in my pocket. And I'm like, what the fuck?
I know. It's like, how much do I have to pay every month?
Yeah.
I'm like, what?
So it changes your whole perspective, right?
Yes,
Back then you're like, oh, I'm just going to vote for what my dad says. He knows what he's talking about.
Yeah.
Now it's like, no, I'm going to vote for a proper change. And so you know what? I'm not too sure. The one thing that I am realizing is that, Canadian politics were never so personal when they would attack families of politicians or, where I like to call the Trump effect.
Yeah.
Before Trump,
dirty politics.
The dirty politics.
Yeah.
Canada wasn't about that before. It was, but not as dirty. Now it's like Andrew Scheer is like total right wing. He's like bringing in all the guns, and there's like there's like lawsuits going around. There's people that are just bringing in a lot of stuff from the past of other people's families and lives and whatnot. It's going to be it's going to be a dirty season for politics.
It is. And go ahead. Sorry.
No, I'm just saying. No, not at all. I'm just saying it's going to be so dirty. It's like what I like to call the Trump effect. That's what's coming into Canada right now, and I think that's what the politicians, especially Andrew Scheer and his team, are bringing in.
You know, the funny thing is, nobody's even talking about Jagmeet.
Yeah,
it's like it's like, I hate to say it, I think what he's done is incredible.
Yeah,
right. But he's literally created a disappearing act.
Yes,
right. It's literally it's Scheer versus Trudeau right now. From the last polls that I've seen, Scheer's up, right? But polls don't mean much at this point. But they're saying that Jagmeet is on the same level as the Green Party right now.
Oh wow!
Like that's low.
Yeah,
like that's the lowest I've ever seen. I think like Green was 10, NDP was 11, right? And then I believe Liberals were in the 20s, and then Conservatives were in the high 30s. I don't quote me on these numbers, but I just saw like an Instagram graphic.
Right.
So,
right.
but
on Mississauga?
Yeah, no, it wasn't on Mississauga. But yeah, it's like he's pretty much disappeared. Mm-hmm. Like, he had so much momentum going in. When he first got to be the leader of NDP.
Yeah.
And
then he went to BC to run for Abbotsford.
That crashed and burned.
Yeah.
Like he almost didn't win.
No.
Like he.
Well, you don't leave your own backyard.
Why did he go there?
It was an easy. I don't know if it was an easy win, but it was a somewhat of an easy win for him to get into.
Usually, politicians go to where the easiest win is.
Right, exactly, and
every politician's like, "Bastard, Khaled, you're not supposed to tell us your secret."
Yeah, that's right.
now I'm Scottish. I don't even know where that came from. So I mean, it's gonna be a dirty election. I don't know who I'm gonna vote for.
Yeah.
But all I know is that Mississauga and Brampton is going to be a massive battleground, because realistically, if Trudeau does not get the GTA, he's fucked.
Yeah.
Like time. He's fucked.
Yeah.
Right. So I think you're going to see Scheer and Trudeau here every other day.
Oh yeah.
Right. So Trudeau, if you're watching and you're listening, Scheer, if you're watching and you're listening, Jagmeet, if you're watching and you're listening, there's a seat here for you.
There's 3 seats. There's actually 4 seats.
No, they're not going to all come at once. I guarantee that, okay? But we would love to offer them a spot on the Rick and Khaled podcast, the biggest podcast in Mississauga's history. I'm just going to say that out loud.
It is. And we had like 10,000 viewers last week. That's like 10,000 votes. So what are you guys waiting for?
Yeah.
Why don't you guys come and have a seat?
All right.
And chat with us. I'll reach out to the people. You
cool.
should reach out.
Oh yes, well. I will. I'll reach out to the Green Party.
Yes.
Oh, and the Green Party. I should not say. Is it Elizabeth May? I think Elizabeth.
So. Yeah.
I should not discount her. I'm sorry if I did.
That's why I said 4 seats.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. I'm horrible.
Yeah.
So, but I think they should come on the show. Federal election coming. I think they're going to be here every other day.
They will be.
Right?
And Trudeau was just here about 2 weeks ago. He was literally down the street from our restaurant. His Secret Service or CSIS or RCMP guys.
Train.
They were in the restaurant the morning of that he was here. So he's literally come here every other week and just literally campaigning towards different people.
What do you vote based on? Like, do you vote based on the person as the leader, like the way the person is, or do you vote for the party no matter what?
I think it's a little bit of both, but mainly the party.
The party?
And what they stand for.
So if that party, if that leader was a jackass, right, would you still vote for that party?
It's a hard one. It's a hard one. It's I've done that once in my life.
Yeah.
Where I believed in what the party was doing, but I didn't believe in the person.
Okay.
And then I voted for that party. And now I wish I can take that vote back.
Okay.
It's kind of like a 50-50. Like I understand what they're doing for the people, but it's just, when I put that vote in, I wasn't 100% sure. And that vote means a lot to me.
Yeah.
It's such a, and people that are watching, like if you don't vote, this is the time to vote this year, because you should be invested in who you're voting for and what party you're voting for and what they're going to do for your country for 4 years.
Yeah.
They're around for 4 years. So make sure that vote counts. And there's so many people that just sit and like, yeah, I'm not going to go vote. No, make that fucking vote.
True.
It's so important. And like, yeah, it's mainly for me, it's more about the party, the person. Yes, as well. But they literally have to kind of coincide with each other.
Yeah.
As weird as it sounds, but what about you?
No, I vote based on party just because I don't know the person. Like, I mean, the campaign is all marketing, right? So you really don't know the person, right? So yeah, I usually do it based on party because I'll never know the person unless Trudeau's sitting here now, Scheer or Jagmeet, and I get to know them. Right, that my mind might change, but how often does anybody have an opportunity to sit down with those leaders? People don't, right? So, and I don't think what you see in commercials and stuff like that, it's exactly that. It's commercials.
But that person is going to represent you on a global scale as well, right? Yeah. So you want to make sure that person is a douchebag.
True. Yeah, you're 100% right. Yeah. But you don't know them.
You're right.
You really don't know them.
You're right. And it's basically party based for sure.
Yeah.
And whoever they put up as I don't want to say it because it's going to sound mean, but yeah, whoever they put up there I was going to say something, but I guess whoever they put up on this platform, as
you holding back, Rick?
As a puppeteer.
So
as a puppeteer.
At the end of the day, everybody should vote. Okay, next topic. What festivals and events are you looking forward to this summer, Rick?
So we're taking part of Taco Fest, so I'm looking forward to be a part of it, but also go check it out and just try some.
Where is Taco Fest?
It's going to be at Ontario Place.
Ontario Place?
Yes.
Nice.
On the grounds of Ontario Place. So that'll be fun.
Which one will you go to enjoy? Do you go to festivals to enjoy it? Like, I know you're working Taco Fest. Yeah. Right? You're doing Taco Fest, but which ones do you like that you want to go to?
So if I wasn't working at Taco Fest, I would want to go to Taco Fest.
All right. Okay. Good answer.
But also, I want to go check out the CNE. I'm always a big fan of what they're going to come up with when it comes to the food side of things, because there's always some sort of interesting food idea or concept that they come up with, like bugs, chocolate covered bugs.
Have you tried them? Like, have you gone to like the CNE and like like the deep fried Mars bar, deep fried? Yeah. And do you like them? Like,
I mean, they're decent. It's like a one-time thing. You go there, you try it, you enjoy it, and then you have like the worst. Like,
I know what you're gonna say.
Feeling after, and the worst shits after.
Okay. Raw podcast.
Yes.
Talking about poo.
Yeah, because it is true. I mean, you go there and you have this foot-long hot dog covered in bacon and cheese and whatever else, and you're like, oh, this sounds great, and your internals are like, no, like, get me out of this, and then you go home 2 hours later. And it's, if you want to have a flush of your system, it's a great place to go check out.
Deep fried Mars bar. Amazing.
Oh yeah.
Like I didn't do that at the CNE, but I think I've had the first time was at the CNE, and it is fantastic.
Yeah.
It is ridiculously good.
So good. We had a deep fried Oreo, which was nice. What else did I have? I love those onion, kind of big onion.
Bloomin' onion.
The bloomin' onions.
Yeah.
Those are really fun.
Yeah.
Because I made it once and it kind of came out all right.
At Rick's Good Eats?
No, at home.
Okay.
I have a video online on YouTube with Lily and I'm making this.
Nice.
And it's really precise in how you got to cut it. And then you got to literally deep fry it.
Nice.
But like batter it properly. And
sorry, you bring up Lily. Do you think we can get her on the show?
I think so, if she's ever in town.
Yeah.
But whenever time she comes, she's only here for a limited time. So, but
she could run in,
yes,
say something, and run right back. Yeah,
I think
I'm sure she's around Mississauga all the time.
Yeah, when she's at Rick's.
I was gonna say my address, but I don't want to say.
Yeah,
it. I was like,
no. We'll definitely get her in. We'll definitely get her in. Okay. I know she's really busy, but whenever she's in town.
So our guests are looking good. Trudeau, Scheer, Jag. Elizabeth May, Lily Singh, who else? Santino Morella, ex WWF superstar, just gave us a shout out. We're gonna get him on. Santino. Okay. But anyways, okay. What were we talking about? Oh yeah. Do you ever go to like the places, the events at Celebration Square?
Yes, I do. I know I've only been once. I can't remember what event it was, but it was fun. Yeah. I mean, I've been to your event.
The Japanese festival.
Was it a Japanese festival? No. Like the one that. Well, it's not. It's the one where I'm cooking on stage.
Oh, the movie night.
The movie night.
Yeah, so
that's fun.
Yeah. Live with Khaled is back this summer.
Season.
Whoa, I'm gonna say it's like 5 or 6 now, right?
That's awesome.
Yeah. So we've been there. Last 2 years I've been flying solo, right? And we're doing it right before the movies Thursday night.
We should do a podcast on there. On stage.
Well, the thing, you want to come on the show?
Yes, for sure.
Okay, so Rick is coming on the show. Rick's Good Eats.
I'll be there.
All right, cool. What other events are you looking for?
I like the beer festival, the Oktoberfest.
Nice.
I broke my toe during Oktoberfest.
What? Too much alcohol consumption?
Yes and no.
Okay.
But the guy that dropped the friggin' stein on my toe had a lot of alcohol, and I didn't realize it wasn't broken. It was fractured, but it was the baby toe, and it fell on my toe. And you know those steins are like this big, really thick, weigh like 15, 20 pounds, right on my toe.
Oh man!
But it was a good time.
Good time.
Yeah, it was a good time.
Cool.
How about you?
I haven't been. So they used to have Rib Fest at Celebration Square.
Fest.
They actually moved it to Port Credit.
Oh wow! Okay.
Right. And I haven't been since it's been in Port Credit, but I've always looked forward to Rib Fest.
Yeah.
I used to live around City Center back in the day, so
nice.
I went to almost every festival. I have a kid,
Yeah.
right? And every time a festival comes on, it's like it's a free thing to do.
Yeah.
Right. So I love that Celebration Square has all these cultural festivals.
Yeah.
You know, Vietnamese, Japanese, Indian.
Yeah.
What else is there? There's the Italian Fest.
Yeah.
You know, Spanish Fest. And I love that there's such a cultural event every week. And there's something going on like almost every night at Celebration Square.
And it's packed.
It's packed. It's like they'll have a Fresh Air Fitness, I believe, on Wednesday.
Okay.
And they get like 500 people doing exercise at the same
That's
time.
amazing.
It looks really cool.
Yeah.
And I was lucky enough to do it one year, like 2 years ago. I hosted. It was like a participation thing. So they asked me to host this special one.
Yeah.
And I got on stage and they asked me to talk, right? So I just wanted to see if I could move, 500 people together, right? So I'm like, okay, everybody start running, right? And then I started running sideways. And it was cool seeing all 500 people run sideways and then run the other way. I'm like, okay, I'm done.
Did anyone bump into each other?
I think so,
like a ripple effect of people just falling?
No, they did a great job, right? So, Celebration Square. I always look forward to everything that's going on there.
That's awesome.
Been to, what else is there? A lot of, I think there's a Port Credit Mississauga Waterfront Festival going on. And let's not forget about Brampton's Rib Fest. Brampton's Rib Fest is actually the first Rib Fest of the season. It happens a week after May 2-4.
Okay.
Right? So that's the first one. So if you want ribs, go out there week after May 2-4.
I remember last year I was going to go, but I think it was raining one of the days.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
And that's the worst. Yeah. It's like, it's like...
Nobody wants a soggy rib.
I know, but it's like, as a festival organizer, you must just it's like your whole life depends on rain or sun.
Yeah.
So, but there's a lot going on. You can catch them all on insaga.com. But
Sweet.
I'll catch you at Taco Fest.
Yes.
And you can catch me at Japan Festival.
Yes.
Right? That's happening, I believe, August 21st and 22nd.
Nice.
I think. Check the website. But anyways, and this year we're expecting, last year we had about 80,000 people.
Ooh.
Yeah,
That's
crazy.
a lot of people.
Yeah. So,
that's good.
Okay, last topic. I'll leave it up to you.
You know what? I've been recently going to check out some restaurants in the city. And I just want to talk to you about some restaurants I checked out and maybe some of them that you checked out.
Cool.
That you recommend. Any restaurants you recommend?
I love Capra's. Massimo was. You haven't been?
Dude, you've been saying you're going to take me, but you didn't.
Okay, let's go for lunch once you get back from London.
Oh,
okay?
no, great. You're going to make me wait a month.
Okay, well, let's go. You hungry now?
No.
I'll take you right now. Okay, but it's Massimo Capra.
Yeah.
Celebrity chef. He's been on
Food Network.
On CTV
Italian channel. And,
the guy with the mustache, right? And he's just, like there's good people on earth. Yeah. Like good people.
Good energies.
Yeah, it's him. He just doesn't have a bad bone in his body. And this restaurant's his baby, and he goes awesome. And he'll always go out of his way to say what's up. Nice. It's like he and just like you, right? It's like I see you at the restaurant, you're saying hi to everybody and stuff like that. That's what he does, right? And and it's like this is his restaurant. This is his baby. This is where he's at. He has a bunch of restaurants worldwide in Qatar and Niagara Falls, this, that, the other. Yeah. But this is this is his baby. Nice. Right. And anyways, I love that restaurant. Okay. They have brunch now and stuff. Another one I think you and I both been to is Kage.
Oh, I love Kage.
5 and 10, so right? Yeah. 5 and 10 area. Peruvian and Japanese food.
Ooh.
You can't ask for a better combo.
No.
Right? And you're probably like, I've never asked for that combo because that combo probably has never existed. But anyways, that food there is insane. And The menu,
and great staff as well.
Yeah,
like
everybody's really
Yeah,
cool,
yeah.
really modern.
Yeah.
The foods, you could have, everything from, sashimi to pork belly to like an entire fried fish.
Oh, one of my favorite was we had this chicken skewers. It was Japanese. It was made on a Japanese charcoal grill.
Yes. Yeah.
But Peruvian flavors.
Okay.
And it was so good. Like just that char on it. And they had like Peruvian corn. It was beautiful. And then we had dessert there and ceviche. They had this octopus ceviche with Peruvian and Japanese influences. And it was I just wanted to lick that bowl. Like,
Nice.
it was so good. Oh,
Nice.
man, I got to go back there.
Yeah. Where else have I been to? Tomo Sushi, right?
No, I haven't heard that.
Tomo, it took over Sushi Tay at Crediview and Burnhamthorpe. And they, ever since they took over, they stepped up the level. The fish is awesome.
Nice.
There's this like menu that's on the table, right? That's like the deluxe menu, right?
Deluxe.
They don't have a price on it, right? Because it's deluxe,
Okay.
right? But that if you order off that menu, it's like it feels like a higher end fish.
Okay.
Like higher end fish. So
Yeah.
it's like I always order the sushi, the sashimi platter.
Excuse me.
Right?
Yeah.
I'll get you water for the next show.
Yeah,
All
please.
right. Yeah. Well, it's shoestring budget.
Yeah,
right?
I know.
I'll get
Bring
the
my
Nestle
own
one.
water bottle next
I'll
time.
get the Nestle bottle. But yeah, so Tomo, I'd recommend. So what
Okay.
restaurants are you eating at, Rick?
Okay, so last week I've been wanting to go to this restaurant for a very long time. Finally got reservations. Chef Patrick Chris was just named best restaurant in Canada last week. #1 restaurant in Canada.
Wow.
Aloe restaurant. Brilliant menu, amazing chef. Where you sit down, the restaurant is beautiful.
Where is it?
It's downtown Toronto.
Okay.
Downtown on Spadina, and you sit down, and it's kind of like you're going on. So funny enough, I think it's Canada or Ontario. I think Canada doesn't have a Michelin star restaurant at all. But if it did, Aloe would be on it. Just really good food. We had this pork belly with this amazing crispy skin, with this. It was like broccoli at the bottom with this beautiful like foam sauce on top that was like buttery. It's like pork fat, and just melt in your mouth.
Do you have a picture of this?
I do.
Can you give it to Dylan to put it on
and
the
then
okay.
Yeah, and then you can go to my Instagram page as well and just check out all
Okay.
I've got a gallery as well, but I'll
Because this sounds too good.
you got to see this. But just everything there was amazing. The staff was amazing, but go check it out. They were named best restaurant in Canada, best chef, and their other restaurant, Alouette, which is downstairs.
Okay.
It's like a 50s kind of diner style kind of food, is really like that style as well. They were named top like 100 in the top 100 as well. And their wine, I can never say the word properly, but the oh my gosh, I always have a
Sommelier?
yes, sommelier,
Okay.
sommelier, yes. I always have a hard time with that.
Train.
I'm gonna kick your ass. Yeah, so it was named one of the best in Canada as well.
Nice.
So definitely go check that out.
Cool.
And then yesterday, for my mom's 60th birthday, we took her to a restaurant called Divan. That's by Chef Mark McEwen.
Yeah.
So if you don't know who Mark McEwen is, for people that are watching, he's the judge on MasterChef Canada. Amazing chef. He's got a bunch of stores and restaurants in Toronto. And he's got this restaurant at the Aga Khan Museum. And beautiful food. It's like Mediterranean kind of influence of India and Mediterranean, just a mix of everything. But like we had, so I like to do this fun thing when I go to a restaurant. If I don't know what I look at the menu and I'm like, I want to order everything, which I sometimes do. So I ordered a bunch of appetizers for the table. And then when it came to the main, I was like, okay, there's 3 things that I want here. So I asked people around me, like I asked my wife, my sister, what are you guys getting? What are you guys getting? Maybe you can get a bite of that, right? So like, we're not sharing what we're getting. All right. This sounds too good. Everyone's like, I'm like, all right, fine. So the waitress comes by. I'm like, if Mark McEwen was here, what would he order?
Good question.
Right. I always do that to the, if I'm confused, I'm like, what would the chef order me or surprise me?
Yeah.
And so she's like, get the lamb shank. If he was here right now, he would make you the lamb shank. Done. She's walking around. Also, can I order the sea bass, the Mediterranean sea bass?
Okay.
So I ordered 2 meats.
Okay. Nice.
Because I couldn't decide between the both.
Cool.
So then I had those 2, but the food was amazing, really good flavors, really good setup in the restaurant as well. And yeah, I would definitely recommend that.
You know what's funny? It's like you're a chef. You're in the food industry.
Yeah.
And I'm asking you, the best places that you've eaten in a while.
Yeah.
And your restaurants are like crazy. It's like you never talk to like a chef about the best restaurants too. Like, a guy that doesn't really go to like the best restaurants. Like it's just like I'm talking about Mississauga restaurants. You're talking like the best restaurants in Canada.
Yeah.
Right?
That's not. I don't go to those restaurants all the time.
Okay.
It's like only when I like to splurge a little bit and when I have time. And I don't have a lot of time, so when I do have time, we'll go to we'll do a date night. We'll save up and we'll go to a nice restaurant.
Nice.
But
locally,
yeah. Kage is definitely up there.
That you've been to like recently.
I'm just trying to think here. We just went to Grill City actually.
Grill City. Okay.
It's a Filipino. The mall. Heartland.
Yeah, in Seafood City.
Seafood City.
Yeah. Okay.
There's a place called Grill City there, and we went there and had some street food there. So we had like these skewers of chicken and barbecue pork, which was so delicious.
Yeah.
And this other dish was adobo pork.
Nice.
And so good.
Dude, Filipino food is just incredible.
It's on point.
The thing is, it's either barbecued or fried.
Yeah.
There's no in between.
Yeah.
Right? It's like, they have the barbecue sticks there.
Yeah.
And the barbecue sticks are like this long.
Yeah, they're
right?
huge.
And they're like, it's awesome. And they all taste good. And you see the guy barbecuing there.
Right in
front
of you.
Yeah,
Fish,
it's like,
pork, whatever. Oh, another restaurant that I went to. I don't know if you've been to this one in Brampton, but Get Grill. I've been going on for a while, but he's like an African Asian restaurant. Does really good wraps. So suya steak. It's like a spice, but it's like a really spicy but really good wrap. You can do a naked bowl as well.
Nice.
That's in Brampton. That was really good.
Cool.
Yeah.
You don't want to go to Capras now?
I do. I wish I could, but it's my mom's 60th today, so I got to go spend some time with her. We're making her some Thai food, I think. We're doing Thai today. We're making.
Cool.
My wife is making.
Dude, how good is the food at home?
When we make it, it's fantastic. But that's when we have time.
So, funny story with Rick and I. One time he calls me up. And I didn't message him back fast enough. And I'm like, what'd you need? And he's like, I want to know where to eat in Mississauga. Yeah. But he's like, I ended up going to A&W.
Yeah.
Right? I'm like, A&W.
Yeah.
Out of everything.
Everything.
But I'm like, A&W is not bad.
It's great. The
right?
Buddy Burger was amazing.
But nothing beats a double hamburger with no pickles.
Don't say it.
Double hamburger, no pickles.
McDonald's pickles are the best.
I wouldn't know. Double hamburger. Like, this podcast almost did not even start because Rick got so upset that I didn't eat my pickles in my double hamburger.
You save those pickles for me next time.
You really want me to?
Have a jar in your car and you just keep pickling them like a piggy bank,
okay.
A pickle bank. It's a pickle bank.
Yeah, and I'll leave it in my car.
Yes. Okay? Well, if you put brine in it, it'll stay.
I don't know what brine is.
Well, it's anyways.
Okay.
But you don't like pickles?
No, I do like pickles on its own, just not in a hamburger. I just don't know what it is. I just don't like pickles in a hamburger.
I don't know if we can be friends anymore.
Double hamburger at McDonald's, the best. Yeah. If I'm ever hungry, I
love McDonald's cheeseburgers, extra pickles.
Extra pickles?
Yeah.
That's like, that's
you gotta get that. He's like, extra pickles?
It's gross,
pickles.
Man. But anyways, yeah, double hamburger. And you know what the cool thing is? If you say
I'm going to bring a bowl of pickles next time.
See, you know McDonald's, right?
Yeah.
If you say double hamburger, no pickles, they have to make it fresh. They can't open it up. So you get every single time I get it, right, is steaming hot because it just was. I don't know if it's cooked, but I mean, like, it's like it's hotter than if I just ordered something that's not.
You can ask them to make it fresh too, and they make it fresh.
Do they really know?
Well,
do they really know?
80% of the times.
Okay. Yeah. So, anyways, this podcast almost didn't happen because I didn't like pickles from McDonald's.
Guys, in the comments, come on, let them know what's up. Pickles or no pickles? Team pickle or no pickles?
Let's do it.
Let's do it.
And we're out.
Until next time.
Do you know how to beatbox? Boots and cats, 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 boots and cats. Cookie, 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 cookie.